everybody. Welcome to Lady Boss Mamas. I'm Molly Chanson, and my business is called Soul Ma. It's a clothing line and community for new mothers. And I have two boys. Bennett is 8 and Andrew is 7.
And I'm Laura Katanen. I am a lifestyle blogger, but my big job is sensory branding and marketing consultant. And I am a mama to a he's still 20 months, just a week away from 21 months, and time is flying. And we live in West Hollywood, and we also have a little cat, crazy cat that might run around here in a minute. And we are so excited to be here today with Priyanka. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Priyanka Murthy. I am the founder and CEO of a jewelry brand called Arya Isha. We specialize in unique gemstone and diamond pieces. And I am the mom to a very rambunctious 19-month-old boy named Raghav. And he has not had a haircut since he was born, and we're letting it go wild and free.
I wanted to first just start by letting everybody know, well, how did you get into the jewelry design business?
So I am a lawyer by education and by profession. I practiced law as a federal litigator for several years. I wrote briefs and went to court. And I really loved the law. I think I was a pretty major law geek in law school. And I also like the practice of law. I think it depends. People love or hate working in law depending on the structure where they work, big firms, government, etc. But for me, the biggest reason why I transitioned out of law into entrepreneurship is because I didn't think law afforded me the creativity that I wanted. Whenever I, in college, you take those "Are you left brain, right brain" tests. I was always smack down in the middle. I took it several times thinking I would get something, more clear, but no. So that's why I transitioned into jewelry. While I was practicing law, I started making jewelry, fine jewelry, gemstones, diamonds, etc. I started doing that, and then I just started selling them on kind of like a side hustle, just trying to see if it works. And then I ran numbers, and I realized that's the more analytical side of me. I ran numbers, and then out of this. The other thing is, I think it's a personality thing. I don't think everybody is suited to be an entrepreneur, and for better or for worse, they're not. I am pretty self-motivated. So I get up in the morning, I know what to do. I don't need someone to tell me what to do. In fact, sometimes I don't thrive when someone is telling me what to do. So in that sense, entrepreneurship was a good fit. I did always want to be a parent, though I started, and I knew that best way to be the kind of parent that I want to be is to be able to have control over my schedule. Sometimes people mistake having control over your schedule with working less. If I were to billable hour myself, I think I work more now than I did when I was a lawyer. However, it is on my own terms.
How do you define intention? What does intention mean to you?
So first of all, I do not think intention ought to be static. Just because someone has intent does not mean that it is the same from birth to grave. So that should be understood. So part of, I think, I'm just kind of thinking through this. I think part of intention is putting some thought wherever necessary in the chain of in the chain into what you're doing. So ultimately, I look at it this way: my goal in work, in everything, in life, in play, everything is ultimately we have choices and we have decisions. That's what you're getting to, is a decision. If I were to do a chain, it would be thought, decision, action, outcome. Right? So I guess intention would be a little bit more deliberate in the thought part of it. Instead of going from 0 to action or 0 to decision, it is taking going from thought to decision to action to outcome, putting a little bit more thought into the thought part of it.
So what would you say was your initial intention in starting your business, and has that intention changed over the last 3 years?
So from a purely business standpoint, what I thought and what I had envisioned and was working towards is to have my pieces be picked up by stores and then selling them in the stores, certain stores, regional, national, etc. As I started doing that, I realized a couple of things. And without going into the weeds of the luxury business, I didn't think this is where I put my lawyer sort of analytical brain on. I didn't think the dynamics between the maker, which is me, and the purveyor, which are the stores, were necessarily equal or at times fair. And so there were a lot of sort of things that didn't make sense to me in the business as it currently is, in the landscape of the business. So then I had a choice, and I had to think about it. Would I continue on that path, or would I try something else? As I was going down that path, though, I always like throwing several balls in the air in the beginning with thought, not just random balls, and then seeing what worked. As I was doing that, I was also building up my direct to consumer, more in an organic way, clients. And what I found there, who were looking purely analytically, I was doing better. I was selling directly to the consumer. The consumer was getting a better deal. And more important, the whole reason why I switched is because, I wanted more creativity. I wanted more control. I felt like I had the best control over my brand, when I was going directly to the consumer.
I'm curious, what is an example for you where you had the intention, but you let head junk get in the way? And how did you recognize it, and what did you do about it?
I think perhaps launching the startup, the spin-off. I did Arya Isha, my current company. I bootstrapped it. It's my money. It's mine to lose, mine to gain. But this startup is going to be more sort of wholesome and a little bit bigger. So therefore, we just closed on our first round of funding 2 weeks ago, which was
congratulations.
Thank you. But oh my God, the head junk that went around in my head is to I don't want to lose. And I know everybody who, it's not like these are nameless. We're not in the VC stage yet where it's kind of a company that's invested in us. These are individuals. The head junk that went on in my head is, oh my goodness, now, I want to do right by these people, and I need to do really well. And I need to make sure that I, give them an adequate return. I need everything, that consciousness, that could easily cripple a person. It certainly has the potential to cripple me and have total inertia where you just sit there and you don't do anything. So then what I actually did is start thinking about all the different publicized failures of companies and people, right? And started thinking to myself, all of the publicized failures, and how they've bounced back and done other things. Most entrepreneurs, they don't hit gold on their first thing that they do. So I had to tell myself that, but it has been sort of head junky, especially when people are writing me checks saying, oh, well, I don't know anything about this business, but I believe in you. Well, no pressure, Priyanka,
Yeah.
I did forget one thing that I wanted to show you guys. I have samples of my current jewelry. I don't know if
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did want to see it.
So
that is pretty.
Popular earrings. And then
What's that stone?
That's a blue topaz on yellow gold. And it's,
Yeah.
I don't know how well you can see it, but it's
Do you do any rose gold?
I was just going to show you. Yep. This is, yes, we do anything that you see on our website, and we're having a huge Mother's Day sale
Oh
right
my God, I love that one.
Wow.
Oh,
it's
I love that.
Rose
I need
gold.
to have that.
It's on the website.
Yeah. I like the little curve.
Yeah.
And I like the one you're wearing that I just noticed, actually.
Yeah, it is rose gold because it's my favorite. Here's another one. This is a rainbow moonstone. It's really, I love it.
Gorgeous. I love how it wraps around like that.
That's my trademark. That's what got us on the map. These were in Vogue in February of last year.
Whoa.
I have a lot of statement pieces as well as everyday, but my statement pieces are the ones that always get me the press and the coverage.
Gorgeous. you so much, and thank you all for watching. We do this every week, and please reach out if you think that you would want to be on Lady Boss Mamas. Thank you, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.